Hello my friends, welcome back. It is that time again. I have a new collection to share with you from Rosie Studios. This is Bayfair and it is available right now on the Rosie Studios store. I will leave a link for you down in the description box. So I think I'll do things a little bit backwards to how I normally do them, and we'll talk about the papers in this collection first. You can see it's kind of an unusual, for me, colour scheme. I rather suspect that if you do a lot of like 4th of July documenting, this like predominantly red and blue colour scheme might be up your alley. It's not something that I have used a lot myself, so I think this might be a bit of a challenge to kind of expand my colour horizons. There is the 12 by 12 paper pack, the 6 by 6 paper pad as usual, and there is a coordinating cardstock package as well. So you get an idea of the colour scheme here with this cardstock. There are 2 of each colour in this pack. I have already used some, I'll be honest. So we've got a red, a more of a kind of dusky pink, a lighter pink, a lighter blue, oops, a very dark navy blue, and green. So, I mean, definitely the pinks and more in my colour family. The reds and the blues and the greens, as always, might be a bit of a challenge for me, but one I'm willing to take on. And then I'll show you the 12 by 12 papers because I've got them out, but the paper pad is 6 by 6. It is definitely paper. It's a lighter paper, and there are 6 foiled designs in here, as there are in the pattern papers in the 12 by 12 as well. So let's just start. First off, we have a red, predominantly red and pink floral on a white background. Then this pink on pink I really do love. It's a very small, it's almost exactly the same kind of floral as this, just on a much smaller scale. And obviously this won't be quite as much of a challenge for me. This is one of the foiled papers, so it's this cute little kind of grid cube. It's hard to get, it's a very geometric pattern, this one. Then we have a green on green floral. There's a few papers in here that kind of remind me of like Victorian kind of wallpaper maybe. Like it's a very kind of regal kind of pattern. Love this pink and white stripe. I love these kind of basic patterns. Oh, this is one of those ones that I was talking about. Like really does remind me of kind of a like a Victorian dining room kind of wallpaper. Very pretty, very bold. Again, not 100% sure how I would use this one. This is a little pink kind of pattern with wee sailboats. I have a very distinct idea for this one. I'm super glad that the background's pink and not blue. But again, there's a few kind of nautical elements in this collection, so that works perfectly. Another stripe, this time green and white. This is less like geometric. It's more kind of almost watercolor, like it's hand drawn, it looks like. This is another floral, but it's definitely on a much smaller scale this time, so it like works really nicely with this other one. And another geometric, this time a blue and white. Probably makes your eyes go funny on camera. It definitely makes mine go a little bit wonky. And this is another one of those kind of nautical themes. We've got I guess they're swallows in all sorts of different shades of red, blue, and pink. This is another one of my favorites. It's not quite the red, it's not quite the pink, sort of somewhere in between, kind of a corally red. I don't even know what you would call this sort of pattern. It's not a dot, it's not a stripe, they're not splatters, it's sort of somewhere in between, a bit more kind of organic looking. And then we've got another one of those kind of tone on tone papers, again kind of wallpapery looking, this time in blues. Another red floral, this time it's got like a gingham kind of background. It's sort of somewhere in between the very small floral and the very large, so we've got a large, small, and medium. This is, it looks like dots on the cameras, but they are tiny little cane chairs and on the very navy blue background. And then we've got some beautiful script. This is in that same kind of mid pink, so it works really nicely with that color card, the sort of dusky pink. All sorts of lovely words there: enchant, bloom, smile, memorable. Lovely kind of script font. And then this is like, they look like china vases on blue, so very striking blue and white pattern. Another kind of basic that I really love, these are like black polka dots. Very hard to see. There are tiny little gold ones in there, and also some tiny little red ones as well. And then we've got almost like a flower packet vibe going on here. Lots of pretty florals. There are a lot of florals in this collection. And the last one again looks like kind of polka dots, but they are very tiny dragonflies. So that's all the papers, and then we've got a few coordinating embellishments to go along with. These are epoxy embellishments. Let me get my little focus on here so we can see them. Little epoxy sentiments. There are some gold ones in here, but mostly again we've got the blues and the pinks and the reds. All sorts of different shapes. I love all the circles. I think circles is definitely going to be a theme that I kind of want to play with. No butterflies in this collection, but we do have a strong dragonfly motif. So we have these 3-dimensional dragonfly embellishments. Oops. They are kind of, I don't want to pull everything out of the packets just yet, but they are 3-dimensional. The top layer is the kind of gold foiled piece, and then the sticker portion is on the back. So these I've used before. They are kind of a thicker acetate. And so even if you've pressed them down, they won't ever go entirely flat. So you don't need to add any dimensional embellishment, adhesive. They do stay dimensional. 2 packs of die cuts. So this one I'm very excited to use. A whole bunch of florals in here. There are 136 pieces. All sorts of florals and nautical pieces. Just lots of kind of whimsical things in here. A real kind of mix and match kind of situation. So I'm thinking 2 different kind of looks for this collection. Definitely more on the kind of feminine floral side, and then a much more kind of masculine beachy nautical theme. And then the die cut sentiments. We've got both of these have got 2 of each design, but then we go much more kind of basics in this one. Tags, sentiments, banners, a few little like title pieces. There's no alpha in this collection, so as far as titles go, you'll either have to add from your own stash or try to utilize the die cuts, which is what I tend to do. This is kind of a new piece here. We've got some very 3-dimensional buttons, so wooden buttons with these little epoxy centers, and again a real mix of kind of floral and nautical, but all in the same colors. It's not like a strictly blue and red kind of collection. Like, there are touches of other colors in there. Look at the pink and the green. There's quite a lot of obviously white and gold. There's a little bit of yellow in here as well. So it doesn't get too like themey. Chipboard stickers. There are 2 sheets in here. So again, lots of kind of real basics. We've got the florals and then a lot of sentiments as well. And I do love these tiny little frames. There's 4 little frames in this set. 2 more sets of stickers for you. One is a puffy stickers. Love the Rosie Studios puffy stickers. These ones have all sorts of cute sentiments. Again, I kind of tend to utilize these ones for titles. And then we've got some like sort of sentiments as well as the florals in there as well. And the last sticker pack is the cardstock sticker pack, and there are 2 sheets in here. Lots of lovely sentiments and florals, and then a whole bunch of flags, and again stickers to use for titles and sentiments. These like are really great for kind of card making as well. So all in all, I feel like I'm going to have a little bit of a challenge with this collection. It's not my usual thing. Am I up for it? I hope so. I'd love to hear whether this is your kind of collection or not, or if you've got any ideas for how I could best utilize this out of my box color scheme. Please leave me a comment and let me know. All ideas are much appreciated. Hey, take care of yourselves, my friends, and I will see you again very soon. I will be back with a layout video using this collection. Bye, guys.